have a phone that's made by slaves.
But do you feel guilty about it?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, for sure. If there was a company that came along that was like, if Samsung said, hey, we're going to make all of our phones
cruelty-free.
Cruelty-free.
Yeah.
We're going to get all of our cobalt from this place where we can ensure you that there's nothing there and no Chinese factory workers making 16 cents a day or whatever they make.
Yeah.
If there was a phone that was made in America that cost twice as much, I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
But there isn't.
There isn't.
And because there isn't, what do? We put up with the guilt?
Well, to be connected to something where you absolutely need it, but it's morally reprehensible at its very core. Like, imagine how many people have tweeted self-righteous things on a phone that was made by slaves.
Yep.
That's the reality of these phones. And Apple's one of the richest companies on planet Earth. I don't know what the logistics would be involved in making a phone in America with skilled labor that gets paid a fair wage and gets health insurance and union benefits and all that stuff. But whatever it is, I feel like I would like to pay that.
Do we have cobalt?
And if I don't have the money, I'll buy less phones. I'll buy a phone. I have an iPhone 11. One of my phone lines is an iPhone 11.
Yeah.
It's great. It still works.
Yeah.
It still seems so normal when I fire it up. It doesn't seem any different to me.
But do we have the mineral? Do we have cobalt in America that we can mine?
I don't think we do.
That's
in
the tricky
America.
thing.
I don't know. Is cobalt available?
I thought
America?
it's only available in the Congo.
Well, that's where the primary source is for sure. But I think there's at least one other place on Earth. I don't remember correctly. Idaho
is the only cobalt mine in the United States, and it's going to remain so. Okay, so we have some cobalt here. I'm sure they could find some more.
Okay, maybe we have just enough for us. How about just for us? Let's let the world make their own moral decisions. But maybe if we legitimately are the moral high ground, we could encourage the rest of the world to realize the same thing we were talking about earlier about having too much money. You can't just think about money. At a certain point in time, you have to just figure out what's best for everybody.
Yes.
And in this situation, if I was the king of the world, if I was the king of America, I would say, how about we only make phones that are in America?
Yep.
We make American-made phones with American. We'll have sanitary conditions that are safe and provide health care, all the things that you would hope someone working a cobalt mine would get.
Yeah.
Give them a great wage. Make it so that this is an even exchange. It's not a negative exchange. Protect them from all the and if we knew that the cobalt we're getting in our phone, you don't have to worry. These guys make $100,000 a year. They're feeling well paid. They live in a great community. Okay, great. Now I don't feel bad about my phone. But if you watch those videos from Foxconn, you see those poor people slaving away all day long in this sweatshop, 16 hours a day. They have bunks there, and they put nets around the building to keep people from jumping off. That is so wild. Instead of changing the conditions,
they won't
these
let
people
you
have to
kill
work.
you. That's crazy.
They're like, get back to work.
Yeah.
They grab you by your hair, fucking drag you back down onto the floor. You probably owe them money or something. I mean, I don't know how they feel. You would want everything you use in your everyday life to have a clean connection to ethically sourced materials, great relationships with workers, no greedy corporations. Everybody would want that.
I think they'd want that if they had excess. I think most people are trying to pay their rent, and they're like, all right, if this is a little bit cheaper, I have a little bit more money for my family, my parents who are sick, and my kids. I can buy them another baseball mitt. And so they can't even consider people in the Congo. And I think that's the tricky thing where they know it's almost like the Amazon situation where it's most people probably know that Amazon might not be the best situation for mom and pop businesses, but it's so convenient to them and it's so much cheaper and it's so efficient that they just go, all right, well, this is great for me.
Yeah. There's that. It is interesting, but I think that in those circumstances, when there's people that just can't afford to buy whatever it is ethically sourced and organically grown, all that there should be other options. But if there was a clear option that someone could take, If a phone costs
$1,000,
$1,200,
Yeah.
right?
This article.
How many podcasts are listened to on cell phones?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
Or is it like 90%? Like,
Yeah.
imagine if cell phones were made illegal and people still had to get podcasts. Like,
Done.
every electronic thing with lithium-ion batteries is connected to this horrific crime against humanity.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Nothing.
Nothing.
Wild. All the chitter chatter, all the talk about equality and equity and helping and charity, and what about that?
We're all
not a
personally responsible.
Yeah, bro,
for
this
it.
ain't a secret. It's not like a fucking X marks the spot and a pirate map.
Nope.
This is
Google.
Yeah, Google. And
Yeah.
I had Siddharth Kaur on my podcast. We talked about it in front of fucking millions of people. People know it's a thing.
Yeah.
And they're not even talking about it. They're not doing shit.
It's inconvenient.
It's
Too
very,
inconvenient to care about.
It's very inconvenient
Yeah.
for all of us.
Yeah. We're not going to stop using our phones.
Idaho Cell Phone Company.
You going to start it?
That should be the name of the company. Idaho Cell Phone Company.
Dude,
'Cause
Idaho?
they mine cobalt. Let's build this is what, if Apple was smart,
Yeah.
they'd make a deal.
Okay.
Like, you could buy iPhone, you could buy iPhone Pro, iPhone Pro Max, you could buy that, or you could buy Idaho Cell Phone Company
iPhone.
Okay. It costs $2,000, but it's made in Idaho, and you get to see the photos of the people that work in the factory, and you know that everybody's getting paid well and everybody has health insurance. You know, you would do it.
Of course.
100%. It would be a big status thing to have the Idaho Cell Phone Company's iPhone.
Yes. But that is good. That is good. We reward caring about other people.
100%.
We want
Yeah.
that. We want that.
ICC.
ICC.
Idaho Cell Phone Company.
This
Like,
might
just
happen.
old school, just the state of Idaho, like the way it's on the map, like on the back, just says ICC, and everybody know you got an ICC. Oh, cool, bro, helping out the environment.